Good morning, Ron Janish here. Today is July 17th, 2015. The New York market's been open for nearly a half hour, and we're going to take a quick look at a few different markets, see if we can do some predictions, and we'll make this available to the public so that people can see later on if we actually were able to do something useful here. Okay, now we have something called major pivots and minor pivots. Minor pivots might last a week or two. A major pivot will typically last a month. Okay, that's easy enough to remember. One of the things I'm looking at as a minor pivot, today prices went up, perfect minor pivot point, and in the um, in the natural gas, you can look right up here, NGU5, so it's September natural gas, and looking for this one to come back down to this area here, and that would probably take a few weeks. That's a guess based on probability and the course methods. Okay. This morning we had a an interesting situation in the ES. First of all, a little bit of a review. Uh, if you know, for days and days and days, here, well, actually weeks pretty much, a couple of weeks, been saying, gee, we have an important pivot here and it's up we go time. Not only is it up we go time, but we in one of the indices we had a an absolutely picture perfect reversal. And when you get one of these absolutely picture perfect reversals that with a dual indicator like we had, you will normally get new highs within a reasonable period of time. And that could be a month or something like that. Basically, it would suggest that at this time, the lows we have in are a major pivot. Okay. Let's go back to the market here. Where are we going? Where are we going? There we go. Okay, back to Q charts. Now, this morning, when things opened up, looked at this chart here and said, gee, prices are at this H line. What a pretty line. Don't necessarily want to sell there because, hey, what's the trend? Up. Okay, so looked at the pattern. What did I find? Typical Tom pattern. Okay, remember Tom is, I did a video on him and what he does. And Tom is someone who lives in Florida, lives a few blocks away from where the professor lived, visited him on a regular basis. Tom was kind enough to come to the seminar that we held in the New York area and gave a special presentation on a specific technique that he really liked because he thought it was very nice and mechanical. What happened was when we were at this point here in the morning, it looked like, gee, this was going to do what it needed to do in order to have a really good sell pattern. It did not, it would have needed to make new highs before it made this new low here. And guess what? It didn't. So it's just a simple little ABC of some kind. And it's onward we go until we finally get some kind of a minor correction in here. Okay. So much for ES, so much for unleaded gas. Let's move on to a really wacky one. Let's look at cocoa. Nobody does cocoa, right? Here's your cocoa gone up to a perfect major reversal area. So what we're doing is we're watching for a reversal in this area here. Right here on this day is absolutely perfect. It would be perfect textbook. And will it reverse here and go straight down? Don't really know. I think it's more likely to go down to, oh, say something like this area here. That's much, much more likely. So if you get a reversal here, then watch for the area, this area here to be your support area, and the trend to continue. And this would be near the end of July or beginning of August that something like that would occur. So there's plenty of time to see what happens, and we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, and so but that's only if this is a perfect reversal area here today. Okay, so much for cocoa, and this is absolutely textbook. This is your standard line number 2, absolutely standard. Let's see what else we have. We have GBP SEK. Here's a nice Forex pair. Went a little bit above the line we were looking at for resistance, but fear not. This is just a temporary blurb knocking out a bunch of stops, as near as I can tell. And this is something that happens on an intraday basis. They like to take out those stops. Silver, nice one to watch. Very nice one. Now, notice the silver here. If we drew our median line, prices went from down here, smash root up, made higher highs than the previous highs of the last several days, and now down we go again. So what we're doing is we're watching this. We'll keep this line here. We can draw new ones, what the heck. But I would really be looking for this line here or this line here to be showing us the place where prices are likely to turn. So I'd be looking at, maybe down here around the middle of July. Okay, that would be a good place. Or if it takes much longer, maybe a week or so longer, it would be over here. So we'll just wait and see. Okay, those are, let's see, what else do we have? Anything else interesting in here? Did I say cattle? Let's do cattle. Cattle. Here we go. Here's the cows. It's been going down real nice. So it hasn't reached this level here. I did my analysis earlier today, absolutely standard textbook. We get down to this area here, as long as we don't plunge through it or something today, I would be looking at this as a potential major pivot. Once again, to visually define the word major, this is a possible major, this is a probable major, and this is a probable major here. Okay, so I thank you for your time. Have a good trading day. Bye.